All right, superhero scholars, it's time for the final summary reading of the day. This is our essential text of the lesson. We are going to read a 2-page summary of the story of Romeo and Juliet. This is called the 15-minute Romeo and Juliet. You'll find the summary of this play following this link. Now, as you are reading this summary, I want you to continue taking notes of the plot details, including where does this story take place? How does the story start? Who are the important characters? How do you know? What important events happen in the middle of the story that lead us to the end of the story? And additionally, since we are working towards writing our own summary, I want you to think about how the writer of this summary communicates information. So make note of what this summary example does to help the reader understand the sequence of events and the complexity of the story. So if we go right back up here, you can click on this link. That will send you to the summary of the story. This is longer than the summary we're going to write, so it's giving you more and more information. Keep adding details to your notes. And then when you're finished reading, I'll meet you at the next slide. So go ahead and press pause on this video and start the reading now. Okay, welcome back. Let's move ahead. At this point, you have experienced 3 different summaries of the plot of Romeo and Juliet. Each one was its own stylized summary of the play. Some were a bit longer than others. Some were a little bit more funny, some were a little more visual, but it's now your turn to try summarizing the plot of Romeo and Juliet. Now, a summary is a concise, complete, and accurate overview of the text. Now, you're summarizing the story, and it shouldn't include statements of your opinion or analysis. You're not making an argument right now. What you're doing is getting all of the detailed information together. Now, as you know, our unit is going to be using argumentative writing, and arguments sometimes need to make an objective summary first and then take a position. So we need to practice summary before we get into our argumentation. Your summary of this play should be at least 8 to 10 sentences, no more than 2 paragraphs, hitting the major points, but getting through the information pretty quickly. Write your summary on paper, or if you've got an open deck that you'd like to type on, go ahead and do that. What you're going to end up submitting is on a Google form for our final exit ticket of today. Now, you can copy and paste it or type it into there. Now, let me review the exit ticket as well, because after you finish this summary, you'll notice we have a quick write exit ticket as well, because I want to connect the idea of the story of Romeo and Juliet to our essential question. So the final 2 activities are writing your own summary of the play Romeo and Juliet, and then after this crash course of Romeo and Juliet, please connect the story details with our essential question. Now that you know what happens in the play, do you believe that Romeo and Juliet were star-crossed lovers, destined for tragedy? Or do you believe that their free will, the decisions they made and the actions they took, led to their tragedy? Give one example from the story to support your answer. You'll put that on this Google form as well. Once again, you click on the Google Forms and you'll enter. You can see a place to enter your summary and your quick write right here. Okay? Go ahead and take care of that for the end of the lesson, and I will see you at lesson 3. Great job today.